Hey everyone! Today's story is a crazy heist in New York City. A group of criminals have a big plan, but will they succeed? Let's find out. It was a typical summer day in the bustling city of New York. The sun was shining, the honking taxis and chattering crowds blending into a familiar symphony of urban life. Little did they know, beneath the veneer of normalcy, a group of criminals was already planning one of the most daring heists in the history of the United States. The mastermind behind the operation was a man known only as the Professor. He was a criminal genius, with years of experience in planning and executing heists. He had been studying the target for months, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, a fortress of steel and security guarding billions of dollars in cash and gold. The professor knew that it would not be an easy job, but he was driven by a powerful motive, a past wrong he was determined to rectify. He assembled a team of specialists, each handpicked for their unique skill set. There was Jack, the wiry hacker with a mind like a maze, capable of breaching the most sophisticated security systems. Then there was Maria, the deceptively delicate safecracker whose nimble fingers could manipulate any lock with balletic precision. And finally, there was Ben, the imposing ex-military man whose calm demeanor masked a wellspring of brute force. Each member held a grudge against the system, a reason that fueled their loyalty to the professor and their willingness to risk everything on this audacious heist. The plan was simple but intricate. The team would enter the bank through the underground tunnel system, which was used to transport cash and gold. Jack would hack into the security system and disable all alarms. Maria would then open the safe and transfer the money and gold into duffel bags. Meanwhile, Ben would keep a lookout and handle any security guards that may interfere. The day of the heist arrived, and the team put their plan into action. They entered the underground tunnel system and made their way towards the bank. Jack quickly disabled the alarms, and they made their way into the main vault. Maria wasted no time in opening the safe, and the team started transferring the money and gold into the duffel bags. Everything was going according to plan until they heard the sound of footsteps approaching. Ben quickly went to investigate and found a security guard making his rounds. Without hesitation, Ben knocked him out and dragged him to a nearby room. The team knew that they couldn't afford any mistakes, and they had to act fast. They continued to work quickly, filling the duffel bags with as much cash and gold as they could. Just as they were about to make their escape, they heard the sound of police sirens approaching. The team knew that they had to leave immediately, but they couldn't carry all the money and gold with them. The professor quickly came up with a backup plan. He instructed the team to leave the duffel bags behind and escape through the tunnel system. They would then meet at a pre-planned location where they had stashed a getaway car. The teams split up, and as they were making their way through the tunnel, they could hear the sound of police entering the bank. They knew that they had to move quickly before the police discovered their escape route. Finally, they reached the exit of the tunnel, and they could see the getaway car waiting for them. They quickly got in and drove off, leaving behind a trail of chaos and confusion. Back at the bank, the police were in a state of shock. They had never seen a heist planned and executed with such precision. The security footage showed a group of individuals wearing masks and gloves, making it nearly impossible to identify them. The FBI was called in to investigate the heist, and they worked tirelessly to track down the criminals. The professor and his team, on the other hand, were already long gone. They had managed to escape with over $50 million in cash and gold. The aftermath of the heist was chaotic. The police launched a massive manhunt, and the city was on high alert. The media was buzzing with news of the daring heist, and people were in awe of the criminals' skills. The professor and his team had split up and gone into hiding, waiting for the heat to die down. They had successfully pulled off one of the most daring heists in the history of the United States, and they were now living the high life with their share of the money. Months went by, and the police were no closer to catching the criminals. The media had moved on to other stories, and the city had returned to its normal routine. The professor and his team had managed to get away with the perfect crime, and they were now living their lives in luxury. But little did they know, their luck was about to run out. The FBI had been working tirelessly, and they had finally managed to track down the criminals. The professor and his team were arrested, and they were sentenced to life in prison for their crimes. The daring heist had come to an end, but it would forever be remembered as one of the most audacious and well-executed robberies in the history of the United States. The city of New York had never seen anything like it, and it left a mark on the minds of people for years to come. So, did they get away with it? Was it a perfect crime or a total disaster? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting stories. See you next time.